Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. If I were to ask you, do you know who will be the first foreign leader visiting the White House, invited by Donald Trump, and you did not know the answer, we got a big problem. We have a lot of work to do. I knew in a proportion of about 99% that is going to be the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. And that's exactly what's going to happen next week. And if you don't understand, even by this easy dot connecting situation, then I don't know, I have to work harder, it seems like. So let me show you, and then we are going to discuss. This is an article from BBC, the guys who never lie, from January 29th, 2025. Israel's Netanyahu invited to meet Trump at White House next week. All right, here they are. The bromance, no, the boss, and the whatever. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu will meet US President Donald Trump at the White House next week. Netanyahu's office said the visit would take place on February 4th, and that he was the first foreign leader to be invited to the White House during Trump's second term. Now, here, these are a number of my videos where I talk about Trump being someone else's bitch. Especially this right here, the first one, and I'll say whose boy is Trump. Trump lifted all arms sales restrictions to Israel, sanctions ICC, freezes US aid. This is January 22nd, or if you want right here, Israel plans in the Middle East, Iran's next Trump serves masters and get US in war with Iran. This is from 14th of December 2024. If this incident or situation will be isolated, let's say it's just you can't bring other events to support the fact, I think, that this administration, not just this administration, this country is at someone else's orders. I wouldn't say anything. I say this is the only incident. I would like you to see how many, or check how many foreign leaders invited by the US presidents, or were invited in front of the US Senate to speak. And then I would like you to go over there and watch them. They're available on YouTube if you want to enhance your knowledge, and not only the knowledge, to make a point, to have a confirmation. See the reaction of our American elected officials to speeches delivered by, let's say, Bibi Netanyahu and another leader that was invited, let's say, to speak. Leaders are not usually invited to speak in front of the US Congress. They go visit the White House and then beat it and they go home. This guy is almost always invited, and you have our supposedly elected officials, our elected representatives, clapping like seals, each and standing up, not only sitting down, standing up. That's a slavish behavior in my books. I don't know about yours, but in mine it is. So there's no surprise for me. Netanyahu comes over Red Rover. Why? Look at the lobby, look at the infiltration, look at the mass media, look at the entertainment industry, look at the way our children are taught to perceive certain events, historical events, and how they have to somehow feel guilty for things that they have never done. A good example is the current population of Germany, not the one from the 30s and early 40s, not those guys, now. So I remember a person who really helped me understand deeper the geopolitics and especially this issue, and his name is Dr. William. He said at one point that these guys is, you know what I'm talking about, these guys is mistake over centuries is that they extend their influence too much and then it becomes too obvious, and that even the native population will notice, even the baboons who are busy eating other baboons' fleas will notice that there is a connection, there's too many controlling their lives and their countries. And then when they overextend with chutzpah, because we are afraid, and then we take over, and then we become too arrogant and we show our true colors. And then obviously even the people who liked us in the beginning, they don't like us anymore, because they understand that these guys right here are not working with or for us. In this case, the problem is they are too visible. Their positions become too visible. Look, for instance, in Mexico. Look in Ukraine. Look in Great Britain, the defense minister shops, for instance. Look at the United States of America. Not only the Congress. Look at the people appointed in not only Trump's administration. Look at the former White House chief of staff under Biden. And look at, for instance, at many others. I'm not lumping everybody in the same, category from this group. Because, for instance, there are some fantastic guys over there as well. One of them is Stephen Miller, who I like very much in the Trump's administration. And many others who are really, really loyal patriots who work for Americans, not for an entity that we should not be too interested in. So Trump invites Netanyahu. There's no surprise here. If there is a surprise over there, and you are still here in a minute, 6 or 7 or whatever in a minute is this video in, then that's good. That's good. Stay around, stick around, or look at some of my videos on Rumble. I have a Rumble channel where I can talk plainly about certain issues. Plainly, that is about 90-some%, 94.3% of exactly how and what I would like to talk about. On YouTube, I go about 80%. I withhold 20% of how much I know about an issue and how I would like to present to you the issue in a certain, tone. And so you have to tone down because of YouTube, the gatekeepers of the truth, as I call them. So, what do you think will happen? I tell you what's going to happen. Everybody's going to forget and forgive this Netanyahu. And if you want to know what's going on with Netanyahu, just look what's going on in Gaza. Go and look at some pictures. That, for me, is enough. History doesn't start here. Because if Netanyahu would not be around, would be someone else. They have their goals and they have their promises, their divine promises for land and whatever, control, domination, and so on. Read their book. Is not just I woke up with a heart on and I'm just yapping around. So this is what's going to be. When Netanyahu is going to show up, Trump will be the best host ever. The media will give us, in general, stellar coverage of this. At times they will mention the Middle East and certain things, but hey, in self-defense you have to. So they will provide you the justification for that. Then I don't know if he's going to go and talk in front of the Congress. If he's going to talk over there, please look at our American elected officials, how they will stand up and clap like seals. I've seen this in Ceausescu's times, when people would stand up, and the same here. You know why? Human nature. People are weasels. And when you have a system where you have to show the best side of you and promise things that you cannot fulfill in order to get elected, and then work for the guys that campaigned for you and provided you with the money, then what kind of system do you think, what kind of products do you think that system give us? People look around you. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.